We Are Islamic Republic, Part 121. On 7 January 1977, Bhutto unexpectedly called elections. Nine political parties with very little in common with each other joined together to present a united opposition. The Pakistan National Alliance (PNA). The PNA promised to bring in pure Islamic laws. Bhutto, facing a surprisingly strong opposition, was fighting for his political life. In advance of the election, the PNA leader Asghar Khan, a former head of the Air Force, said they would not accept the results, claiming that they would be rigged. Crowds attending PNA rallies were larger than expected. The government introduced restrictions that limited public meetings to no more than 5 people. Everyone saw this as an attempt to stop the PNA gaining support. Allegations were made of interference with the PNA campaign. The National Assembly elections results of March 1977. Pakistan People's Party had 191 candidates and they won 155 seats and their vote percentage was 58.1%. PNA had 168 candidates and they won 36 seats with vote percentage of 35.4%. Others had 382 candidates and they won 9 seats with vote percentage of 6.5%. Experience of democratic elections was still quite new. It is not really surprising that irregularities should have occurred. Bhutto, so passionate in his cause and aware of the powerful interest ranged against him, could not reconcile himself to the possibility of defeat. Almost certainly, some of his local supporters were responsible for the malpractices that may have added 30 to 40 seats to the PPP total. In fact, whatever happened, it is likely that PPP would still have won a good victory. The allegations of a rigged election gave Bhutto's opponents all the ammunition that they needed to continue their campaign against him. They refused to accept the results and organized a wave of protest. When these were dealt with harshly by the police, anger against the government grew stronger. Karachi, Lahore, Hyderabad were put under martial law. On 20 April, Operation Wheel Jam, Operation Wheel Jam blocked Karachi's streets as thousands of trucks and bus drivers went on strike. The PNA refused to negotiate with Bhutto. In the end, crisis was broken on 5 July 1977 by a military coup code-named Fair Play, headed by General Ziaul Haq, Bhutto's commander-in-chief of the army. Zia accused Bhutto of ruining the economy and bringing Pakistan to the brink of civil war. Never resist a military coup, said Bhutto. The generals want us dead. We must give them no pretext to justify our murders. What did people say about Bhutto? Source C. Popular. Bhutto remained immensely popular with the urban and rural poor to the end, but in the absence of variable independent political instruction, variable, variable independent political institutions was vulnerable to renewed army intervention on behalf of those interests which had affronted by his populism. It was Ian Talbot, Pakistan, A Modern History, Horst and Company, in 1998, published by Hurst and Company. So Steve, brilliant. It was Bernard Weinrob writing in the New York Times, 5 April 1979. Mr. Bhutto was brilliant.